Hello, my name is Ken Patriarcho. I'm with FILCO USA, the ergonomic company, and I want to demonstrate how to install this new FC2000 product. This is called a slide plate and clamp. There are only three parts that you're going to receive. On this first one, we want to remove the center thumb screw. There's the first one, this is the second, and this is the third. Then we're going to take the rear leg support, which I want to show you is adjustable for height when it's in place if you need it. Most desks won't need that function. And we're going to put it into the leg socket and not tighten this thumb screw yet. So we're going to slide this under the desk and make sure that it's right up against the edge here. I'm going to hold it and tighten this first thumb screw and the second, in other words the left and right. Make sure they're very tight and so that it's secure. Okay, step two is to take one hand and push this rear up against a desk. You can hear it, and hold it securely while your other hand tightens this rear thumb screw as tight as you can make it. Okay, now we have the keyboard and mouse platform with the padded wrist here. We're going to insert it into the grooves here. Before we do that, I want to point out that underneath there's a knob here that I'm going to show you what it's for in just a moment. But prior to that, we have a blue Teflon slide glide on each side of this mechanism that's going to slide into the groove on this slide plate that we put on earlier. And it's pretty simple. You just line it up and it slides on just like that. Now, you can see that this has a negative angle, which is not what we want. It comes from the factory that way, and there's an easy way to adjust it. We want it level. So I'm going to hold with my left hand here, and that knob that I pointed out a moment ago, I'm just going to loosen it, and it allows this to come level with the floor or flat, and then tighten it again. To lower the platform so that we can insert the final thumb screw, we have to do this with your hands and wrists grasping the platform. So I'm pushing down my thumbs, raising with my small finger like this. You just tilt it like this and it goes down very easily. Then the next thing is to put this center screw in that we removed initially and tighten it until you can't tighten it any longer. That's important so that this doesn't pull off into your lap when you pull it out. This goes in and out, up and down. It also can rotate. Okay, the next thing you want to do is take your keyboard and your mouse and position them onto the platform. So put that here and your mouse. Now, I would suggest taking the cables and disconnect them from your CPU or your notebook and running them under the desk and back to your CPU. So you would take these, run it under the desk, the same with the mouse, and go up through. Usually there's a circular cutout in the desk. You can come up through that hole and reconnect them to the CPU. Now, the last part of this is probably the most important thing to know, and that's to have it the correct height for each person that uses it. For me, this is a little bit low, and the way you can tell is this angle from my wrist and my hand is like that. You really want your wrist to be straight, neutral. So I need to raise this a little, and remember, raising it, you just lift it. It stays wherever you put it. So this would be the correct position for me, with my forearm parallel to the floor and no creases here. So my wrist isn't bent this way or this way. And I have a nice padded gel wrist pad across the front that to rest on in between keystrokes and so forth. Again, I want to show you, if you raise it too high, you've got the reverse bend. To lower it, you do this motion. And if you forget, there's always a label here on the neck of the unit that you can refer to, or you can call me or email me at any time. I'd be happy to go over it with you. And that should conclude our session on the FC2000X articulating keyboard and mouse platform system.